Good morning, brothers and sisters. As I wait for my opportunity to depart this homegoing celebration, I thought I'd share with you my immediate reflections about what we just experienced. We were here this morning to celebrate the life and legacy of a father and a grandfather connected to us via a player on our basketball team. I did not know him personally, but I came to know him through praying for him after being shared about the need for prayer at least a year and a half ago. And we've prayed, and he's been on our prayer list. And after listening to the service this morning, I see where we had so many things in common. Yet we may have never known each other in the flesh. We knew each other in the spirit. I was very moved by the number of men who were involved in this particular homegoing celebration. From the master of ceremony to the minister, musicians, 3 of the 4 speakers sharing reflections, 2 solo singers, both male, and a number of men in the audience. That told me this was a man after God's own heart. His ability to have humor, and even some of the stories that were told, just a couple of them, about when he was even laid up in the hospital. Those people who came to visit him were encouraged by his love and concern, even while he was on his back. A true man. A man that I am even older than he was by 5 years. And yet God called him. Even sometimes when we reflect on life and why me or why them and why not whatever, it gives us an opportunity to know once again we all have a sincere purpose. We have a meaning. And God uniquely equips us to execute whatever that purpose may be. I listened intently to what the reflections said. And in those reflections, one of the men said something that we have been learning ourselves. And that's how to simply say, I love you. One of those said they'd been friends with him for 50 years. But only as adults did they feel comfortable enough to simply say, I love you. Ironically, I could relate, as many of us can, who didn't learn how to say I love you, or never thought we had the capacity to actually know how to love. But I thank God that even as we now mature and age, that we have the capacity and the will to make ourselves vulnerable by simply saying, I love you. 3 words which can edify, lift up, and cause any human being to have a sense of worth and purpose. I admonish you on this day, again during this Black History Month of 2019, find yourself guilty of telling someone, I love you. If married, call up your spouse and say, I love you. If you're blessed to have a parent still living, call them up and say, I love you. If blessed to have grandparents or great-grandparents still living, call them up and say, I love you. You have children, let them know I love you. Brothers and sisters, I love you. Friends, let them know. As a matter of fact, we need to begin practicing that as my mother does. Every time we depart, let's say to each other, I love you. Until next time, peace, love, and understanding.